begun in Forest, Illinois. Start off with a call from Steve from the Beacon News, helping me out, documenting the journey a little bit. So, it's about 10:10. Steve from the Beacon News has just left, and he was taking photos of me while I was walking. I was looking all hard and stuff, you know. And then he did a little video interview, which was fun. So I guess I'm going to get to some sort of society because I don't have any photo service. But once I get there, I'll try to check out some of those items. Hopefully they'll be up for my perusal. And like this a little bit earlier, but I don't want to put on the poncho just yet. And it's out of this case. So, we'll just pray to the gods that it stays dry enough. But, first miles, we only have about 16 miles to go. Currently 11:10, and just outside the street, 300 people strong. If I remember correctly. I think it's too early for the bar to be open, sadly, so I won't be able to get a beer here. But shucks for starting early, right? Finally was able to put in my update for the day, for the morning. Miss Denise Crosby of the Beacon News is making me sound very interesting. I wish I had more of a story to tell. Going up to Sibley right about now. So here, stop off at the gas station. Gonna mix up more vitamin madness and see how many more miles I got. I have been listening on loop the 3 songs I know people want me to record for them, just so I can learn them. So far, they're all difficult in their own special way. Gas station and it starts pouring on me. So luckily the attendant was gracious enough to help me out with my pack and my poncho. So I feel good. The stuff's gonna stay dry. I'm gonna stay dry. Camera's waterproof, so nothing too bad about it. Well, we're feeling good about life. And share a little story about probably the most surreal experience or time in the Army for me, and that was when I got my 2 weeks off in the middle of deployment, known as R&R. So how that worked was you deploy, and then about 3 months out people start going back to the United States for 2 weeks off. I ended up going back in August. And really close to my birthday, actually. I was on my way home for my birthday. At midnight, on my birthday, my platoon SP'd, or started their patrol back to Oman without me. Waving and basically saying, I'm not in charge of anybody or anything except for myself for the next 2 weeks. The worst part is going back. Those 3 or 4 days it took to get back to Iraq, just sluggish. And but once I got there, once I got home at Old Mod, it was great because I got pranked. My soldiers took my room and condemned it, basically. The door was glued shut. There was like this adhesive that spread, and so I couldn't get into my room. There was all sorts of graffiti on the doorway, and 554 wrapped around on that piece of plywood covering the door. It was funny because my platoon sergeant did his best to act like he was not a part of it. It was hilarious because I walked up, I looked at him and said, "Sir, I do not know who did this, but we're going to find out." And that was all said and done. He said, "Sir, I just want you to know that basically everybody had their hand in this. And soldiers wouldn't waste their time if they didn't like you. Some of them worried like, oh, I thought you were going to put out a formation and start yelling at us. No, brings me back. Got soaked, the rain kept coming down, and so right now I pulled out everything in my bag and just making sure it's all dry. If you're going to go anywhere camping or anything like that, Ziploc bags, they'll save you. So with that, I figured might as well show you what's inside the old bag. But there it is right there. On the outside is the 2 bags to filter water. Just have a Bowie knife for ninjas and the sleeping mat if I ever had to use my tent. Brought this along so I could attach the GoPro camera, but it was so last minute it just kind of fell apart and broke. But I found a new use for it last night. I use it as a roller for muscles, and so my hip flexors on both sides would get really sore usually. So what I do is I just roll it out while I'm laying on the bed before I go to sleep. So it helped out a ton. I didn't feel any pain today. Sleeping bag is down below. I will have to pull that out to make sure it airs out and doesn't retain water too heavy. And my tent. The main pouch is the wet weather bag, Army issue. I paid for it, don't worry. The gloves and the hat that I wore on the first day, and extra set of Under Armour spandex. This is Serious Mass protein powder. Change of socks. Got about 3 more new sets to go, so I got enough for the walk, but I'll try to do some laundry while I'm in Urbana-Champaign. Toilet paper for ninjas, sunblock, and some aloe that I just picked up. The top of it, this is the top flap. You can open it up. That's where I keep most of my foodstuffs. Peanut butter. Athletic tape, I used that today on my right heel. I tried to create space so I wouldn't create a bigger blister on my foot. It worked, so I'm going to use that on both feet tomorrow. Flashlight and hygiene products. And a compass, which is not used for hygiene. The mandolin, which is currently in its case that I obviously did not purchase at a music shop.